Wasim Memon and I'm a resident of Bangalore, India. I've been all across India in my last 17 years. I was in Hyderabad for almost 6 years. I was in Delhi for 4 years. I was in Bombay and I've traveled all across India. So I shifted to Bangalore in November 2011 and after 6 months I was coming back from railway station in my 1942, which is a 70-year-old Jeep. I was stopped by RTO guys just because I was driving a vintage Jeep bearing Andhra Pradesh registration. And I was asked to pay road tax for a 70-year-old Jeep. And when I said what are the essential documents, so the 3-star officer mentioned that he wanted an invoice. I asked him very coolly, he said, do you want me to go to Buckingham Palace and get the invoice? Because this Jeep was given by the US forces to the Britishers because we were allies, we were fighting against the Axis forces led by Nazis. So he did not know what he had to say. He said, okay, you please carry on. So then I went back home and thought, when I could be tortured and made to wait for half an hour for a 70-year-old Jeep which does not have actual any value on paper. Imagine the plight of people who have paid lakhs and lakhs of rupees for their brand new vehicle and say a couple of lakh rupees for their taxes. And if they are stopped, so how they would react to that is when I sat back and thought something should be done about this. So that we are not victimized just because we are driving a out-of-state registered vehicle. It's actually something, after I came back, I wrote an email to the Ministry of Transport and Highways. I got a reply that we had a meeting last year and we have given them guidelines. So I got the guidelines and I sent the guidelines to a very leading national newspaper. They published the story in my front page in precisely last July 12th. And people started pinging me on my, are you the same guy? Let's meet. So we just came together and started the first group called Justice for Non-Karnataka Registered Vehicle. I spoke to the owner of the group and they welcomed me. I said, why don't you take it and lead this? So then there was no looking back later. And now we are almost 30,000 people in our first group. And so what we did was we started collecting funds and we collected quite a few lakh rupees. We first filed a PIL in Supreme Court, October last year. Supreme Court said, okay, since you are challenging a state amendment, which now Karnataka government amended in last February 2014, which mandated any out-of-state vehicle to pay tax, entire lifetime tax upon 30 days in arrival. Mind you, if you are coming to Karnataka for medical treatment of any complicated surgery, which will require your stay for more than 30 days, you have to pay entire lifetime tax, which is 15% for a vehicle which is like a nano, the low cost, and it can go up till almost 23% for a high-end vehicle. So imagine you end up paying lakhs of rupees. So Supreme Court asked us to go to High Court because we were challenging a state amendment. So we got a stay, but the stay got revoked because what we had filed as was a writ and not a PIL. So the counter argument was this is a stray incident and we normally don't trouble people beyond who are coming within 30 days. So we are exploring other legal options. We have spent a bomb hiring 2 lawyers and now we are doing something very different where we would require close to 20 to 25 lakh rupees. No, we started selling stickers. We have raised considerable amount of money, but that when we started our stale stickers campaign, we were minus 1.5. Me and my colleague had pitched in 75,000 rupees. Now we have got back our money, but whatever we have, say let's say when 6% of our group members have contributed. Of course, we are doing something new. We are having meetings wherein the sale would increase after we file a couple of petitions. So I know our group members will help us because we are doing this for a cause. This is probably the first group in India which people like, I did not know anybody last year, which came together for a cause, which raised funds. We went and fought battles in Supreme Court and High Court. Yeah, I get lot many pings and calls every day when people are harassed, people are seized, some people are challan, but luckily their vehicles are not seized. So I tell them how to go about, send their vehicle or apply duplicates. I've helped quite many people to get their original documents back. And I also help people who want to pay tax. There will be countless people with whom I have helped guiding them to the right person in the RTO department to pay tax. And I've helped so many central government and PSU guys who are eligible for paying annual tax. So I've helped quite a lot of people. So I'm not averse to people paying tax. Conducting a first rally that will be participated by 500 members riding cycles for 12 kilometers. Please join our Drive Without Borders campaign on logicalindian.com. Thank you so much.